So a brand that I've been wanting to check out for a long time, Paraboot, recently came into stock at my favourite boot store down in Kingsbridge, Devon, Herring Shoes. I've picked up the Michael. This is in the Laissez Maroon colourway, so that simply translates as smooth brown. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation on that. So yeah, picked up from Herring. As always, a few little extras in there. So they've tucked in a pot of their boot cream in medium brown, and as ever, a shoehorn. If you want to use Herring, please do check them out. Put a link below and also a 10% discount code if you're interested in shopping with them. But yeah, Paraboot, a brand I've wanted to try out for a long time. Classic French shoes. It was a bit of a toss-up between the Michael, which I think is pretty classic looking. It's been around 50 years, and we'll talk about that in a second, or the Avignon, which is a simpler split-toe design without the piped finish on the moccasin toe. But I thought probably the Michael was going to be a bit more easily paired with different outfits, a bit more casual looking. Yeah, but absolutely beautiful. As I say, the Michael has been around for 50 years, so this was their 50th anniversary year, and it's an absolute classic style. The name comes from the now chairman, and the Richard Ponvert family celebrated his birth in 1945 with the introduction of this model. Absolutely fantastic. People absolutely love these. I've always loved this. Absolutely classic silhouette, and amazing to think that it remains popular after 50 years. As I say, really easy to pair with lots of different outfits. Cutting some shots of these on. I've just paired these with some jeans, some nice faded jeans from FOB Factory. On the top we've got a Benzak t-shirt, another European brand that I really love. I've talked about them before. And a aviator sort of civilian N1 model from Rickson. Really nice jacket. It's not lined, which makes it fit that a little bit easier. But yeah, I thought this outfit looked really nice, but people often dress these up with chinos and pants of various types, but absolutely beautiful. In terms of sizing, I've gone true to size. So I'm a UK 8, and these are indeed a UK 8. I'd have said if you're going to wear a thinner sock maybe, and you don't have a particularly wide foot, you might be able to size half size down, but I'm really happy with the fit on these. One of the things which really surprised me is just how well they fit, because at the top here we've only got 2 eyelets for the lacing, and I was a little bit nervous about how well these could sort of cinch on, but yeah, they've really got the design right, and they fit very nicely. Very secure fit, really comfy, straight out of the box, and yeah, virtually no break-in. So a few of the things which really excite me about these is, first of all, the sole. So this is Paraboot's own brand of sole. They make it in-house in France. Nice cushiony sole, just a little bit softer than a Vibram lug. Just for that a little bit extra cushion without compromising durability too much. In my opinion, the Vibram lug is the pinnacle of durability, but it's not the pinnacle of comfort. So these should be quite nice and comfortable and give you a fair amount of wear. So yeah, we'll come in with some close-ups, and we'll take it from there. And we'll start off with the sole. It's always been something I've been interested to try out in Paraboot. So this is their own design, manufactured in-house in the same factories as it has been for decades in Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne in France. Excuse my pronunciation. And this is using the same blend of rubbers and vulcanization techniques that they've done for decades as well. Really nice pattern to it. Fair amount of depth, so that'll wear nicely. And the consistency, probably a little bit softer than a standard Vibram lug, giving a little bit of comfort, but I'm thinking probably pretty good durability. That's attached to the upper with a Norwegian welt or storm welt. So it's got the stitch into the sole construction and also into the upper, creating this little skirt, which just gives a little bit more durability and waterproofing. And one thing I really think is quite interesting on this is you'll see it's quite a low profile. So they've really sort of cut back that welt to keep the profile neat and tidy. Probably one of the neatest and lowest profile welt constructions I've seen on a 360 welt. Moving up to the upper, full grain calf leather in this lovely flat Laissez Moran smooth brown colour. Really sort of nice deep brown coloration. It's got a split toe, there's a little seam up there which I think is always an interesting old school detail, and so a detail which always makes me think of Paraboot for some reason. And it's got a moccasin toe with a leather piping around it and a thick stitch for durability. A little bit of branding, again sort of quite old school, very Paraboot. Not many contemporary brands have these little flags anymore, but nice little throwback. The closure on these derby shoes is a simple 2-hole arrangement. No sort of eyelets or finishing on those, and a bellows tongue, if you will, just keeping the construction simple, maybe offering a little bit of extra waterproofing, though these aren't really shoes for going on an adventure outside the city, but nice construction. Always a little bit wary of simply having 2 holes on a shoe, just because I feel that it may not cinch up as quite as nicely as you'd like. But having tried these on, the positioning of the closure on your foot, nice secure fit. On the inside we have a full leather lining. Actually, I say full, it doesn't cover the tongue construction. It's got a leather footbed and a leather heel pad in there as well. Yeah, really nicely made shoes. Well, that pretty much brings us to the end of the review. If you've had the Paraboot Michael, please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if you think this is an iconic design. I think it is absolutely amazing 50 years on. Let me know what you think about Paraboot, particularly, as I said earlier, intrigued in the wear on that sole. I think they've got the combination of durability and comfort right, but let me know how it's worn for you. If you haven't seen the channel before, please do check out lots of quality footwear and clothing reviews. Of course, subscribe. If you found this review useful, thumbs up, and I'll see you for the next review. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.